O adorable Lord of mercy and love, salutations and prostrations unto Thee. Thou art omnipresent, omnipotent and omniscient. Thou art Sachidananda, Thou art the indweller of all beings. Grant us an understanding heart, equal vision, balanced mind, faith, devotion and wisdom. Grant us inner spiritual strength to resist temptations and to control the mind. Free us from egoism, lust, greed, anger, hatred and jealousy. Fill our hearts with divine virtues. Let us behold Thee in all these names and forms. Let us serve Thee in all these names and forms. Let us ever remember Thee. Let us ever sing Thy glories. Let Thy name be ever on our lips. Let us abide in Thee forever and ever. Let us abide in Thee forever and ever. Blessed teachers, my due respects, regards and love to all of you. I congratulate you all for having embraced teaching profession, the noble profession. Revered teachers, you must be aware education in ancient India was life building, character building and man making. As a result, the ancient students could know the right goals and the right path of their life. They were proceeding in that path and building their life rightly and laying a proper and strong foundation, and by constructing a complete, proper, strong and nice superstructure of their life. They were laying the foundation of their life properly and strongly with good physical health, powerful mind, noble character and ethical conduct, with strict observance of complete celibacy. They were achieving all-round developments of their physical body, mind, intellect, heart and soul. They were living an ideal student life. Further, they were imparted teachings on our great ancient Indian culture or Bharatiya Sanskriti and about the Param Lakshya or supreme goal of human life, dharma, religion and adhyatma, spirituality. Therefore, they were living their future household life ethically, righteously and spiritually. They were making their best endeavors to achieve moksha or liberation of the soul from the cycle of birth and death called self-realization or God-realization, the higher purpose of human life apart from achieving the ordinary purpose. Thus, the ancient students were able to construct the superstructure of their life completely, properly, strongly and nicely. Thus, the ancient students were able to build their precious human life rightly and live the same ideally, successfully, completely, purposefully, prosperously, happily and peacefully. But in the modern times, our schools, colleges and universities teach our students only secular education as per the prescribed study curriculum. There is no provision for imparting of life building, character building and man making education, which is the real education. Consequently, our students are deprived of the same. They are not imparted teachings on the right goals and the right path of human life. They are not taught about the right manner of building their life and the right manner of living the same. They have become victims of such situation and many of them proceed in the wrong path of life, consequently with poor physical health, weak mind, not so noble character and not so ethical conduct, non-observance of strict celibacy. They are not able to lay proper and strong foundation of their life. They are unable to achieve all-round development of their physical body, mind, intellect, heart and soul. They are unable to bring out the best in them. They are unable to stand on their own legs and earn their livelihood independently. They are also unable to face the difficulties and challenges of life. Overall, they are not able to live an ideal student life. Further, they are devoid of knowledge about our great ancient Indian culture or Bharatiya Sanskriti and about the Param Lakshya or supreme goal of human life, dharma or religion and adhyatma or spirituality. Consequently, they do not adhere to ethical values and righteousness in the day-to-day activities in all spheres of their life. They do not practice spirituality and do not make endeavors to achieve moksha or liberation of the soul from the cycle of births and deaths, called self-realization or God-realization, which is the supreme purpose of human life, as stated in our ancient spiritual scriptures and according to our great, glorious, lofty, unique and ideal ancient Indian culture or Bharatiya Sanskriti. Instead, they live their future household life in a predominantly materialistic pattern with enormous worldly enjoyments and abundant sensual pleasures. As a result, in their future life is spent mostly in sorrows, sufferings, miseries and failures. Thus our modern students are unable to construct the superstructure of their life completely, properly, strongly and nicely. Thus our modern students are unable to build their precious human life rightly and live the same ideally, successfully, completely, purposefully, prosperously, happily and peacefully. Consequently, they are suffering from irreparable damages and incurring permanent losses in their lives. The adverse effects of our deficient modern education system have also been befalling on our elderly persons, our families, our culture, our society and our nation generation after generation. We are teachers, students are also the future citizens and hopes of the nation. In future, in addition to shouldering the responsibilities of themselves and their families, they will shoulder the responsibility of the nation and its people also. They will have to work for the development, prosperity, peace, safety, welfare, etc. of the nation and its people. They will be the makers of the nation. They will shape the future destiny of the nation. But when the students themselves have not been able to build their life properly and strongly, how can they be able to build their nation and work for the development, prosperity, welfare and peace of its people? In this grave situation, I wish to make an appeal to you all in the larger interest of our students, our culture, our society and our nation, because you are the makers of the students and your role in making the students, making the society and making the nation is indeed great. Also, the great and onerous responsibility of making the students rests on your shoulders. Revered teachers, mothers and the fathers are said to be the first teachers of their children at homes. When the children come to schools for their education, you are their teachers. Mothers and the fathers are the teachers for a short period of, say, 5 years, but you are the teachers for a very long period of, say, 17 to 21 years, the entire study period of the students. Further, while mothers and fathers lay the primary foundation of their children by imparting them informally elementary teachings on limited spheres such as good manners, fine behavior, cultivation of good qualities, right conduct, religious and spiritual practices, etc. Amidst their busy schedule of daily household course and professional duties, it is you all who really make the life of the students by imparting them right education. Because teaching is your principal and full-time duty, and also you have the direct opportunity to impart them teachings. Therefore, your role and responsibility as teachers and as the makers of the students are of paramount and supreme importance. Revered teachers, you impart teachings to students on various secular subjects as per the prescribed study curriculum. As part of your professional duty, you must perform that duty and teach those secular subjects sincerely and meticulously. Simultaneously, keeping in view various factors, including lack of provision for imparting of life building, character building, and man-making education, present sorrowful conditions of our students, the intense and urgent necessity for restoration of life building, character building, and man-making education in our modern schools, colleges, and universities, your moral duty, role, and responsibility towards your students as the makers of the students, etc., it frequently comes to my mind seriously that you need to impart your students teachings on the subject of life building and successful living as part of life building, character building, and man-making education. Therefore, I take the great opportunity to appeal to you all in the following few lines in the larger interest of our students, our culture, our society, our nation, our world, as well as all of us. Revered teachers, please give your students lesson on good physical health. Please teach them on asanas, pranayamas, physical exercises and their necessity, importance and benefits for keeping good physical health, for their practice in the morning and evening hours every day. Please give them teachings on good, nutritious, balanced and healthy food, and tell them why to eat, what to eat, when to eat, how to eat, etc. Because food is the chief contributory factor for keeping of good, robust, strong, disease-free physical health. Please give them teachings on pure water, clean air, sound sleep, rest and relaxation, as the same are also contributory factors for keeping of good physical health. Please give your students lesson on powerful mind. Please teach them on thought culture, will culture, memory culture, concentration and meditation with their necessity, importance, manner of development and benefits. Our students greatly need to learn about the same and practice in their daily life in order to empower their mind. With the help of their empowered mind, they can study their class lessons well. They can achieve success easily and quickly in their study as well as in various fields of activities in their future day-to-day life. Please give your students lesson on noble character or Satcharitra. Please teach them about the necessity, importance and benefits of noble character. Please impart them knowledge on student-like good qualities such as obedience, humility, respectfulness, love, shraddha, devotion, bhakti, faith, vishwas, friendliness, self-control, discipline, faith in oneself, self-confidence, courage, patience, fortitude, optimism, and on human life. Human-like good qualities such as truth, non-violence, purity, self-control, honestly, selflessness, friendliness, love, compassion, forgiveness, tolerance, doing good to others, and how to cultivate them. Please explain them the necessity, importance, and benefits of developing those good qualities in human life. Please also impart them knowledge on various evil qualities such as anger, lust, greed, selfishness, hatred, jealousy, arrogance, fear, timidity, pessimism, and how to eradicate the same. Please explain the colossal harms and huge damages caused to them due to those evil qualities and the necessity, importance, and benefits of eradicating those evil qualities in their life. Consequently, they can learn how to develop good qualities, eradicate evil qualities, and build noble character. Please tell them that noble character is humanly, and without noble character a man is as good as an animal. Please tell them that noble character is the most valuable wealth they need to acquire and possess for achieving victory and success in all undertakings and in all fields of their life. Therefore, please tell them that noble character is of paramount importance and is indispensable in their life. This is the most important and vital topic on which our modern students need teachings most intensely and urgently. Please teach your students lesson on righteous conduct or sadachara. People explain them on the necessity, importance, and benefits of performance of righteous actions or moral and ethical actions. Please explain them the inexorable law of actions of as you sow, so shall you reap, and accordingly exhort them to perform always righteous actions or moral and ethical actions in their own interest and for their highest good. Please tell them that performance of righteous action will bestow upon them good results, happiness, victory, and success in all undertakings and in all fields of their life, and also build their future destiny as a bright one. Please also tell them that performance of unrighteous actions or unethical actions will result in failures, defeats, sorrows, sufferings, and miseries in their life, and shape their destiny as a bad one. This topic, like noble character, is also of paramount importance and is indispensable in their life. Revered teachers, another most important and vital topic on which our modern students need teachings most intensely and urgently is celibacy or brahmacharya. Please teach them lesson on the great necessity, importance, and benefits of strict observance of complete celibacy in student life. Please also teach them the various methods by which they can preserve the vital fluid, virya, and thereby they can be able to observe celibacy strictly and completely. Please explain them how celibacy or brahmacharya contributes greatly in keeping of good physical health empowering of mind, building of noble character, performance of ethical conduct, and development of magnetic personality. Please also explain them how celibacy or brahmacharya contributes greatly in achievement of material prosperity, fulfillment of vital worldly desires, adherence to righteousness, and attainment of spiritual illumination for liberation of soul from the cycle of births and deaths. The higher purpose or supreme purpose of precious and ideal human life, please also explain them the disastrous evil effects of wastage and loss of the vital fluid, virya. The vital necessity of imparting of teachings to our students on celibacy or brahmacharya assures very great importance in the present situation in view of the polluted, undesirable and unconducive atmosphere now prevailing widely almost everywhere in our modern society. Revered teachers, please impart them teachings on the origin of the name of our country as Bharata or India and the greatness of our country. Please teach them about Bharatiya Sanskriti or Indian culture and its important principles and practices. Please tell them the special features of Bharatiya Sanskriti or Indian culture and the greatness. While imparting such teachings, please quote profusely from our ancient spiritual and other scriptures, which are very rich in knowledge about our Bharatiya Sanskriti and its greatness and glory. Please tell them the views of our rishis, munis, saints, sages about the greatness and glory of our Bharatiya Sanskriti. Please also bring to their knowledge their views of some of the renowned Western philosophers, thinkers, educationists, intellectuals, scientists, etc., who have spoken very high on the greatness and glory of our country, Bharata or India, and on the greatness of our Bharatiya Sanskriti or Indian culture, and who have admired the same abundantly. Such teachings will enlighten our students on this prime topic of which they are now ignorant. Such teachings will enlighten them how Bharatiya Sanskriti or Indian culture, our own culture, is great, glorious, lofty, unique and ideal in the world. Such teachings will help them to get back their lost self-esteem and feel proud to be an Indian or a Bharatiya. Such teachings will also inspire them to follow our own culture, the great Bharatiya Sanskriti or Indian culture, and build their life and live the same in the pattern as has been prescribed in our own Bharatiya Sanskriti or Indian culture. Thereby, they can live their precious human life ideally and successfully. This topic is of vital importance. Revered teachers, as you are aware, dharma or righteousness or ethical value, artha or material prosperity or economic value, kama or vital worldly desires or vital value, and moksha or liberation of soul or spiritual value are the four grand goals of ideal human life as stated in our ancient spiritual scriptures and according to our great, glorious, lofty, unique and ideal Bharatiya Sanskriti or Indian culture, which human beings need to achieve for living an ideal, successful, complete, purposeful, prosperous, happy and peaceful human life upon this earth plane. Please therefore impart them teachings on these four grand goals of ideal human life, covering the meaning, necessity, importance, manner of achievement and benefits of the same. Before that, first please teach the students about the real identity of human beings and the true goal of human life. This will create necessary inquisitiveness and interest in their mind to learn those four grand goals of ideal human life. Then please teach your students lesson on dharma or religion, the first grand goal of ideal human life. Teaching on this topic will comprise the correct meaning of dharma or religion, its true concept, brief outlines of dharma or religion, fundamental principles or tenets, and principal teachings of various religions, the essentials and non-essentials of all religions, and also unity of religions. Please ensure that teachings on dharma or religion are non-sectarian, non-dogmatic, and non-bigotry. Please explain them the basic necessity, great importance, and immense benefits of adhering to dharma or religion in human life. Please exhort them that they must adhere to dharma or righteousness or ethical value in all their day-to-day activities of life in their own interest and for their greatest good. Dharma is the first fundamental, foundational, vital and indispensable grand goal of ideal human life. Dharma is the life breath of human life according to our great, glorious, lofty, unique and ideal Bharatiya Sanskriti or Indian culture. Therefore, teaching on the topic is of very great importance in student life. Please give your students brief knowledge including the meaning, necessity, importance, benefits, etc. on artha or material prosperity and kama or vital worldly desires, two other grand goals of ideal human life. Please tell them that dharma or ethical value must govern artha or economic value and kama or vital value. That means artha, which means earning of money and acquiring of material wealth, needs to be acquired by them in the ethical ways or righteous way or in accordance with the ethical code of conduct or according to the rules of dharma, that is by honest and fair means and without causing harm or loss to other beings as prescribed in our ancient spiritual scriptures. Consequently, artha or earning of money and acquiring of material wealth will not give them sorrows, sufferings and miseries, but instead bestow true prosperity, real happiness and peace upon them, and kama, which means fulfillment of vital, physical, biological, mental, emotional and psychological human desires, must be legitimate and justifiable ones, as enjoined in our ancient spiritual scripture, so that it does not give them sorrows and sufferings, but instead bestow true happiness upon them. Please enlighten the students by imparting them teachings on spirituality, the fourth grand goal of ideal human life. Pursuit of spirituality in daily human life leads to attainment of moksha, or liberation of soul from the cycle of birth and death, known as self-realization or God-realization. It gives permanent happiness and eternal peace in human life, and results in permanent cessation of worldly sorrows and sufferings of human life. Please explain them the meaning, basic necessity, great importance and immense benefits of spirituality. Please teach them about spiritual preceptor or Adhyatmika Guru, Yoga and Vedanta, spiritual practices or Adhyatmika Sadhana, company of saints or Satsanga, study of holy scriptures or Swadhyaya, divine life or Dibya Jivan, etc. Spirituality is the supreme and indispensable grand goal of ideal human life, as stated in our ancient spiritual scriptures. Spirituality is the life breath of human life according to our great, glorious, lofty, unique and ideal Bharatiya Sanskriti or Indian culture. Therefore, teaching on this topic also is of very great importance in student life. Revered teachers, please impart to your students teachings on the necessity, importance, benefits and manners of living of dharmic jivan or religious and ethical life, and adhyatmic jivan or spiritual life during student life and youth period itself, because this period is the right period as well as the best period to commence living of such life. Please explain them that living a precious human life upon the earth plane will be ideal, successful, meaningful, purposeful, happy and peaceful by living of dharmic jivan or religious and ethical life and adhyatmic jivan or spiritual life, that too from the commencement of student life and youth period itself. My holy spiritual master Sri Swami Sivachidananda Saraswati says that if the seed of ethics and spirituality is sown during the youth period of students, it will grow into a big tree in their future life and will give sweet fruit of true happiness and eternal peace in their life. Revered teachers, please explain your students about performance of their own duties and the duties of the householders. Students are also the future members of the society and the future citizens of the nation and of the world. Therefore, please enlighten them about their duties towards their society, their nation and the world. Please teach them to be good members of the society and ideal citizens of the nation and of the world. This topic is also of paramount importance in the prevailing scenario in which the vast majority of people are more conscious about claiming of their rights than about performing of their duties. Further, our society, our nation and our world are facing two contemporary major problems. Those are lack of unity of religions and lack of world peace. Please therefore enlighten your students regarding their contribution towards unity of religions and world peace as the responsible members of the society and as the responsible citizens of the nation and of the world. This will contribute a great deal towards achieving both prosperity and peace in the life of people of the nation and of all nations all over the world. Revered teachers, the present school, college and university study curriculum doesn't have provisions for imparting of life building, character building and man-making education, which is the real education. Therefore, you can impart life building, character building and man-making education to your students informally beyond school hours by devoting at least 1 extra hour per week. Revered teachers, such devoting of your personal time for the students and imparting them the said education is your sacrifice or charity or yajna. This yajna is called Jnana Yajna. Our ancient spiritual scriptures and our rishis, munis, saints and sages say that performance of charity or yajna by human beings is of great importance and immense benefits in this iron age or Kali Yuga. They further say that Jnana Yajna, that is charity or donation of knowledge, is the highest yajna amongst all kinds of yajnas, such as Artha Yajna, Anna Yajna, Jala Yajna, Vastra Yajna, Aushadha Yajna, Bhumi Yajna, etc. Because material charities or Dravya Yajnas give temporary or perishable benefits to the beneficiaries, whereas Jnana Yajna gives them permanent and imperishable benefits. Therefore, by imparting the said education to your students by devoting 1 extra hour per week, you will be performing the highest yajna. Further performance of other kinds of yajna requires expending of money and materials apart from devoting time for the same. But performance of Jnana Yajna does not require money or materials except a little of your personal time. And if you so will, you can very well find a little time for this noble and great purpose. Then it will be very easy and also possible for you to devote 1 extra hour every week and teach your students the said education informally. Thereby you can easily perform the highest Jnana Yajna. Therefore, please perform the highest Jnana Yajna. This is in your own personal interest and for your great personal benefit. revered teachers, according to the universal and immutable law of actions, that is, as you sow, so shall you reap. If someone performs righteous actions, it will bestow good results in his life. In view of this, if you will impart life building, character building and man-making education to your students, which is a righteous and charitable action, it will bestow good results in your life. Therefore, please impart such education to your students. Revered teachers, our ancient spiritual scriptures and our rishis, munis, saints and sages further say that when such jnana yajna is performed selflessly, without expectation of any reward or return or fruit, without the sense of doership, as the worship of the Almighty Supreme Lord, it becomes Karma Yoga, and Karma Yoga leads towards attainment of the supreme goal of human life, that is moksha, or liberation of the soul from the cycle of births and deaths, called self-realization or God realization, the attainment of which results in permanent happiness and eternal peace with permanent cessation of worldly sorrows and sufferings in human life. Therefore, keeping this point in view, please perform the Jnana Yajna as part of your Karma Yoga in your own personal interest and for your immense personal benefit. Respected teachers, the future destiny of our students and of our nation rests in your noble hands. I therefore most earnestly and fervently appeal to you all to please rise to the occasion, realize your great moral duty, role and responsibility as teachers. Consider my appeal deeply and seriously and make it convenient to devote at least 1 extra hour per week and teach your students lessons on various topics of life building, character building and man-making education willingly and heartily in the larger interests of our students, our culture, our society and our nation, as well as in your own personal interest. Therefore, you will personally benefit greatly, your students will benefit immensely, our society, our nation and the whole world will benefit immensely. This is the most burning need of the hour. This is the greatest need of our students. This is the greatest need of our nation. This is also the greatest need of our world. In this connection, let me quote here what my spiritual master, Sri Swami Sivachidananda Saraswati, says to principals and headmasters. Owing to the influence of dark, antagonistic, materialistic forces, most of the students of the present day have become irreligious. There is no moral culture in them. They have no proper understanding of the principle of brahmacharya and right living. Hence they suffer much when they come out to face the battles of life. A great onerous duty rests with the teachers and professors in training the students in the path of sadachara, right conduct, and molding their character properly. They themselves should be endowed with ethics, perfection, otherwise it will be like the blind leading the blind. Before taking to the profession of a teacher, you should feel the high responsibility of your position on the educational life, mere intellectual achievement in life, in the art of delivering dry lectures alone will not suffice. This alone will not adorn a professor or a teacher. The students are the future hope and glory of the world. They are bulwark of one state. If they are molded properly, you will be doing the greatest good. This itself is a great yoga for you. You will be doing immense good to them if you introduce some of the religious books for their compulsory study. It will bring moral and spiritual regeneration amongst the youth. It is your duty to explain to the boys the importance of brahmacharya and the evil effects of an immoral life, and to instruct them in the various methods by which they can preserve the vital virya, the soul force that is hidden in them. The future destiny of the world rests with you and your students. If you train them in the right direction, in the right path of righteousness, the world will be filled with ideal citizens, yogins and jivan muktas who will radiate light, peace, bliss and joy everywhere. O teachers and professors, wake up now, train the students in the path of brahmacharya, righteousness and morality. Do not neglect this divine work. You are morally responsible for this onerous work. Let them study some religious books on yoga, bhakti, philosophy and Vedanta. Teach them Gita, Ramayana, Bhagavata and other scriptures. Let them know the sublime truths of the ancient rishis and seers. You can have self-realization if you take up this work in right earnest. Be true and sincere, open your eyes now. Blessed is he who truly endeavors in making his students true brahmacharis. Twice blessed is he who tries to become a real brahmachari. May the blessings of the Lord be upon them. Glory to such ideal teachers, professors and students. Beloved teachers, during the course of their efforts for developing good qualities, eradicating evil qualities, performing moral and ethical action, observing celibacy, adhering to righteousness or ethical value, following dharma or religion, as well as pursuing adhyatmikata or spirituality in their day-to-day life, students may find unfavorable circumstances and may face many difficulties, obstacles, failures, criticism, etc. And then they may get discouraged and disheartened and give up their efforts for the same. In such situations, please guide them how to get over those unfavorable circumstances and how to overcome those obstacles and difficulties. Please also inspire and encourage them to continue their efforts for the same with firm convictions and strong determination for their immense good. Please explain them that their continued and persistent efforts will bestow upon them a large number of benefits and will lead to success, victory, prosperity, happiness, peace, etc. in their lives. Revered and dear teachers, in this connection, you may utilize our ancient spiritual scriptures and the books written by spiritually illumined rishis, munis, saints and sages as resource teaching materials, and also prescribe those to your students for their study, for acquiring detailed knowledge on various topics of life building, character building and man-making education. You may also utilize Sivananda literature or the books written by His Holiness Sri Swami Sivachidananda Saraswati Maharaj, the founder president of the International Divine Life Society, Rishikesh, India, one of the great spiritually illumined, God-realized and world-renowned modern saints. Before I offer my humble, earnest and fervent prayer to the Almighty Supreme Lord to bestow upon you all His choicest blessings for achieving grand success in your above noble endeavor. God bless you all.